All right, so we got our first official teaser trailer for The Mandalorian and Grogu. This comes at a pretty interesting time because I was literally just getting back into filming videos for the channel this week. Based on the track record of Lucasfilm right now and what's been going on over the last couple of years, I really don't know how to feel about this. I mean, we haven't had a movie in, by the time this comes out, it'll be almost 7 years, which is absolutely crazy to think about that one of their flagship franchises hasn't had a movie in theaters in almost a decade. That's just a thought that doesn't register in my brain. Not to mention that seasons 1 and 2 of this show were really, really good, and then season 3 came out and it was a bit disappointing. I don't hate it as much as most people do. I think it was kind of saved towards the end, but there was a lot of stuff going on in that season that was like, what are we doing here? Why? This is the Mandalorian. Why are we following Bo-Katan? Why are Lizzo and Jack Black showing up? Like, a lot of it just did not make a lot of sense. We didn't get as many answers. We didn't get a through line story of Mando and Grogu like we were hoping. But I think that this has the potential to take it back to its roots, give us an old school Western style Star Wars movie that we wanted in season 3 but didn't get. And I trust Jon Favreau. I think there was a lot of meddling going on with season 3 and the Book of Boba Fett and them wanting him to have Grogu again for merch and all that. So they brought him back in the Book of Boba Fett, and that kind of messed up plans for season 3. I could totally see that happening. And then on top of that, I also don't think The Mandalorian and Grogu is that great of a title. I think that's kind of a widespread thought across the internet that this title is just not it. But all that aside, I'm excited to check this out, see what it has to offer. Before we get started, though, do me a favor. If you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button, like button, turning on post notifications. Whatever you guys want to do to support the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. So without further ado, I'm super excited. So let's go. New Razor Crest. I assume that's the base from season 3. And Zelen. Ripley herself. Swimming. Oh, Zeb!
Impressive.
Expanding into the IMAX ratio. Alright, that was pretty cool. That was a lot shorter than I expected for an official trailer.
Good shot, baby.
Dude, those things are so stupid and I love them. Yeah, I honestly have mixed feelings about this trailer. While I think it eases some of my worries about it not looking cinematic enough. I didn't mention that before the trailer started, but from what I had seen, like the leak trailer that came out from Celebration Japan not too long ago, it didn't look like it was filmed for theaters. It looked like it was filmed for Disney Plus and just edited into a movie. That's just the vibe I was getting, but I was willing to throw those thoughts out just because I was viewing a leaked trailer and all that, weren't seeing the full quality. But some of the shots in this certainly looked a lot more cinematic than things we've seen in the show. But then some of them, again, felt really simple, felt like the budget for that certain shot was a TV show budget. And I think we're just going to have to see the movie and find out, or maybe a full length trailer. Like this says official trailer, and it was only a minute and a half. It felt like a teaser trailer. So I don't know why they didn't call it a teaser trailer, but I'm sure it's technically a teaser. But when we get our first full official trailer, like 2.5 minute full trailer, I think maybe we'll get a vibe that it is made for theaters, a little more cinematic when we start to get more action shots. Because I'm sure they're still working on VFX, even though they finished filming this, what, like a year ago at this point, which is crazy that they've held on to it this long. But I like that trailer quite a bit. Like I said, it didn't give me nearly as much as I wanted from it. I thought we were going to get a little bit more of a story hint just because it does say official trailer. I got to get that out of my mind, I guess. But I'm sure we'll eventually get what the overall story is going to be. We've heard a ton of rumors. Obviously, Jeremy Allen White's going to be playing Rada the Hutt, Stinky. I think his name's Rada. The little hut from the Clone Wars movie that Ahsoka and Anakin take back to Jabba. And then I think we've been hearing that Embo is going to be a part of this in a big way, basically chasing them throughout the entire movie. At least that's what the rumor is. So I'm excited to see how he plays into it if that rumor is indeed true. That one shot of Zeb looked awesome, and I love Rebels. I mean, I grew up on that show. I was like perfect age for that show whenever it was airing. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing him in live action. And the CGI looked great in season 3 when we got him. The CGI looked great in the leaked trailer that I saw, and it looked great here, even though we didn't get a close up of him. But in that action sequence, that action shot, he looked really cool. And that was one of the shots that I was like, yeah, this looks a lot more cinematic. This looks like a movie. This doesn't look like a TV show. So props to that shot and the VFX team for bringing him to life. And back to the story for a second. I know a lot of the rumors have been like, it's just another season of The Mandalorian. The script, at least, was just converted from a show script to a movie script. So it may be a little underwhelming, but I think at this point, we just need simplicity. We need to go back to the basics whenever it comes to Star Wars, because they've just tried to do too much that's just way out there. The Acolyte. The power of
You serious?
So I'm hoping that this can find a perfect balance between giving us a simple story and simple premise, but also making it worthwhile going to see and making it worthwhile of the first Star Wars movie that we've seen in 7 years. So I'm looking forward to it, even though I would have hoped a little bit more from this trailer. I'm looking forward to it. Of course, I'm going to go see it. I'm sure the official trailer, and as we get closer, I mean, we're still what? We're in September right now, so we're still a good 8 months away from this thing coming out. So we'll see how things pan out as we get closer. Let me know what you guys thought down in the comments below. If you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button, like button, turning on post notifications. Whatever you want to do to support the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. So hopefully you did enjoy, and I will see you all in the next one.